Good evening, wherever you are in the world. Location on my phone, guys. I've hit 150,000 views on my total videos. Now, to a lot of people, that might not sound like a lot, but to me, that's just another goalpost ticked off. One of many. But anyway, I hope everyone's doing absolutely. Now, to a lot of people, that might not sound like a lot, but to me, that's just another goalpost ticked off. One of many. But anyway, I hope everyone's. Now, to a lot of people, that might not sound like a lot, but to me, that's just another volume down. I do apologise about that, guys. Sorry, but yeah, the sun is shining, and we're just out on the local fields. Just start with Paddy and Willow. Paddy's got his ball. I'm just standing here getting some light cords, guys. But like I say, anyone in the chat got any questions? And if you are in the live as well, I would appreciate it if you could give it a like. We've got 2 people in the live now. Welcome. But like I say, guys, life is here to be enjoyed in the present moment. Parakeet is flying over there. This is why I always come out in nature, because it gives us a good opportunity to reset, and it brings us back home to our earth, to our heart centre. For earth is our home, our body, in where we reside while we are having this experience. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. Thank you for everyone who has liked. If anyone's got any questions, fire away. But I'm just starting about on my local fields with my 2 best friends in the whole wide world. My 2 favourite compadres, Paddy and Willow. But yeah, I think we'll wait and see if we get a few more people in. But if not, I'll just give you a little bit of a whip round of where we are. Look at that sun there though, guys. It's a low sun today. So anyone out there struggling with their health, get yourself out, look at the sun. It does not make you go blind. I will prove it to you now. There we go. It does not make you go blind. If anything, it's good for your health. Because I'm a type 1 diabetic. I've mentioned this numerous of times, but I'm not going to stop going on about it, because once people realise and understand that everything in nature was put here to help us. I understand, yeah, we have poisonous plants, and there's stuff here also that can hinder us, but was that not also used as a tool for like the poisonous plants and stuff in which we was given? We used that to hunt with, didn't we? Or we could use it to turn into potions, concoctions. But anyway, going a bit off topic there, but like I say, I hope everyone's doing absolutely fantastic today. And I was doing some breathing techniques today, and it's a little system called intermittent hypoxia. And a lot of you will be thinking, well, what is that? Well, we have basically our body's right. Our body is a regenerating machine. But what it does, it releases stem cells in your body, which then go on in turn and kill any diseases, you've got any inflammation, anything in your body that needs repairing. Stem cells will treat this. You can actually get the treatment in America, but it's about $25,000 for this treatment. And you think about that for a minute, guys, right? 25 grand, yeah, just to get this stem cell treatment. And this can be used for numerous different things. It can be used for like diseases. It can be used for like people who've had operations. My dad, I got him to use this technique he had a knee replacement. Shout out Bernie, that's my dad, absolute legend. But yeah, I showed him this technique, and I'll basically just show it to you now. It's called intermittent hypoxia. And basically, right, you get your body into a relaxed state through breathing. So you just go in and out to get your heart rate nice and relaxed, and then it's in and then out all the way, and then hold your breath. Hold your breath like. And basically, right, the key is to hold your breath for 30 to 90 seconds or until it gets uncomfortable. So it's as easy as that, guys. But once you've done it once, you might think, oh, I can only get to 25 seconds. Get your breath going again. So in, out through your nose. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. Snot's coming out my nose. But yeah, in and out of your nose. And then eventually, this will regulate your breathing. And then you do 3 to 4 rounds of it. And what this does, guys, it's a thing called intermittent hypoxia. And your body then goes on. It's for anyone who's got like bad heart, any health issues, this will naturally release stem cells into your body, which will then go on and regenerate anything in your body or help aid towards doing so. Do you know what I mean? You know, we got told so many lies, so many fucking lies about, you know, what the medical industry, right? They are not there to serve you. They are there to keep you coming back for more, like a drug addict. Why do you think they hand out tablets like it's a sweet shop now? Because they treat the root cause, yeah? They do not treat the underlying problem. They just it's like putting a plaster on top of like a gaping open 15-inch wound, you know what I mean? Yeah, you might get a little bit of momentary relief, but if anything, it makes you worse, because then you become dependent upon these tablets or whatever they are giving you, and then eventually over time, you know, it doesn't serve you, does it, guys? Well, I'm trying to get my gloves on because my hand's falling off. I got myself some new gloves as well. Look, these from Amazon, £6 they were, and I tell you what, the finchulets, look at these. £6 for a pair of finchulets. Because obviously, I'm type 1 diabetic, and I have to watch my circulation, blood sugars, stuff like that. But I found that, you know, just through getting out every day, movement, but there was one little game changer that changed it for me, and it was cayenne pepper. Because what cayenne pepper does, it expands your arteries. So even if someone's having a heart attack or anything like that, literally, cayenne pepper can stop people from having an heart attack, because what it does, it dilates the arteries or your blood vessels in your body, which allow for better circulation. I remember listening to a doctor, a very, very famous doctor on X, and he said if there was only ever one spice I could ever take in my life, again, what would it be? It would be cayenne pepper. Just because of what it does for your circulation. But that is the energy flow in which, you know, circulates around our body. Blood, whatever you want to call it. But this is massively important, guys. This is massively important. But yeah, I tell you what, we're going to get over there because them light calls are screaming out to me. We're going to get over there. We've only got, it's a bit of a quiet one this morning. There's one person in the chat. But Doesn't matter, because these spaces are always recorded, guys. This is why I started this channel. I started it to help people mentally, physically, but most importantly and most of all, spiritually. Because once we learn to merge all these three together, we become the best version of ourselves. Do you know what I mean? So, just a few things for you to think about. Sun gazing 101. Get yourself out, get that vitamin D, but most of all, get that melanin released within your brain. There we go. This is why I love coming out as well, because I've only got to look back to the times when I always remember, right, looking back to the times when I used to take cocaine years ago. And I'm actually thinking now, how many people will still be out on the fucking sesh now? And they'll either still be twisted, wired, or they'll be in a bad place, or they'll be just be going to bed now. Because I used to be that person, guys. I used to be that person that used to hate myself, that used to always look for instant gratification, that always wanted that quick fix of dopamine. And we can do this in numerous ways, not just drugs, just through like, it can be like, you know, retail, buying stuff. You know, we've got to learn to master ourselves. It can be done through food, it can be done through sex, it can be done through so many different things. Our little Paddy's here. My little best mate. You and Willow are my best friends, aren't you? Are you going to drop it? Drop. Good boy. Right, we'll do a bit of ball front. Right, sit down. Oh. There we go. Paddy's happy. Paddy's got his ball out. And that's it. That's all that matters, guys. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, I used to be that person that used to take the drugs, you know. I used to be that person that hated myself. But ever since having my awakening, the beginning of this year, it changed everything in my life. It made me realise that, you know, I am not this body, or I am not that version of myself that I thought I was. I am not that version that other people say that I am. I am whatever I say I am. I am the controller. I am the universe. And I dictate and say whatever comes forward in my reality. When you start to do this, guys, yeah, you start to embark on a little bit of a journey where you just want to become the best, greatest version of yourself. You no longer start looking for external validation outside of you. You start looking inwards and you start listening to yourself. When you start to realise that God resides within you, source, higher power, energy, whatever you want to call it. And then this is when you realise that you already have everything that you seek within yourself. And once you say that and know that, that is when everything starts to flow and attract towards you effortlessly. You get a better life, you start getting better partners, you get better opportunities coming into your life, you start attracting like-minded people. You know, you cut out the toxic people, the toxic bullshit, the negative situations, because when you are vibrating on a low frequency, that is what you are going to attract. If you're getting up every day and you are mourning, you are negative, then that is what you will attract. But if you get up and say to yourself, I am so grateful, I'm so thankful, I'm so grateful and thankful for today, I'm grateful for the good weather, I'm grateful for Paddy, I'm grateful for Willow, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for me, I'm grateful that I got to wake up this morning and experience this reality once again, and then say what you are. I am successful, I'm a winner, I'm a champion. The universe always gives me everything that I want. The universe always fills my pockets. I am wealthy, I am abundant, I am unstoppable, I am a champion. Everything that I touch always turns to gold, and I'm always lucky, and everything good always happens to me. I'm so grateful and thankful, universe, for all of the wealth, health, abundance, prosperity, joy, opulence, and opportunities which constantly flow towards me. But they not only flow towards me, they flow through me like a river of water, for I am 80% water. I am one with the universe and one with God, for I am a fragmentation of God. And I'll say these words, guys, on a regular basis. And then you just watch your reality start to shift over time. You start to become more conscious. You start to become more aware of your surroundings. You start to attract like-minded people, better opportunities. And that's when everything starts to shift. But yeah, look at that. It's an absolutely fantastic day today. We've got the sun out. Just getting them light cords in. But we'll have a little bit of a walk down here. Yeah. So I just wanted to get on this morning. We've not had many in. If anyone wants to ask any questions about my channel, fire away and do so. If you've not subscribed to my channel, make sure that you do. Because I guarantee you, you will learn a lot of things on my channel. How to become the best, greatest version of yourself. Call myself a mindset coach, whatever, mentally, spiritually, physically. Listen, I'm just here to raise Earth's collective consciousness. That is all I'm here to do. I'm here just to make people, make myself remember, and then by me remembering, it brushes off onto other people and allows them to remember who they are. You are not just this physical vehicle. You are not just that meat suit. You are more than that. You are an everlasting, infinite, intelligent soul that cannot die, that cannot be destroyed. For energy can only be transmuted, cannot be killed, can only be transmuted. And it's up to you how you want to transmute. For you can change and transmute your life at any given moment, at any given time. But it all starts from you. So make them choices. Who do you want to be? Wake up every day and say to yourself what you want to be in life. What is your purpose? Don't just say, oh, well, you know, I want a job and no. Listen, what is your purpose on this life? And if you do not know, get yourself out in nature. Remove the distractions. Put down your phone, the computer games, the pornography, all of the negative things that do not fucking serve you. Put them down on the deck. Come out in nature, ground. For nature cannot lie. And that is when you will connect with the divine, your higher self, angels, God, however you see that. And then eventually, over time, that is when you will get your downloads. You will get your message. And it's not just like it's a voice or like someone's talking to you, but just even we get our downloads from the sun, guys, just by looking at the sun, believe it or not. But they will only come to you at the right moment, at the right time. But you've got to put yourself in a position where your vessel is clean. If your vessel is clogged up with crap or just bad food, bad energy, negative friends, you know, places that you just do not want to be in life, then how can anything expect to flow through that vessel? How can you expect? It's a bit like if you worked at a company, say like Royal Mail or somewhere like that, and you were delivering parcels. How could you expect to deliver all your parcels in that van if that van was like, had 3 wheels, the van was already full of rubbish, so you couldn't put your parcels in it, and it was on its last legs and it just basically wasn't fully operational? How are you supposed to fill out your purpose that day? You cannot. Your body is the same. Once you start to remove things like that, this is why I talk a lot about semen retention. You know, ever since I started doing this, it's like my face, my body has transformed, my mind. spirit as well. Because once you do this, guys, this is when you learn about self-mastery. You learn about discipline. You learn about control. And everything that they push out in the media now is to make it so it's easy for you, convenience. Look at how easy it is to go on a site like Pornhub. Look how easy that is. Anyone can just go onto that site, click on it, boom. But what are you doing when you are because that is a transactional action. Transactional. Because you are releasing your life force. It's not just, and because why do you do it? You do it because you want that dopamine. But what if I was to say to you, but by abstaining from the foods, food releasing through, there's many different forms, like fasting, semen retention. When you start to abstain from these things on a regular basis, this is when everything starts to click into place and you start to appreciate everything. And you start to realise that we are not just here to fulfill our needs and our urges, but we are here to operate on the highest of levels possible. Why would you not want to be a superhero? Because you can be whatever you want to be. But you've got to ask yourself that question. Everything that I'm doing in my life right now, whether that be the information that I'm ingesting, whether that be the food that I'm ingesting, whether that be through the actions that I'm taking, am I getting out, am I exercising? All these things, if you ask yourself, would Batman do all them things that I'm doing in my life currently? If the answer is no, you know what you need to do. You need to change it, don't you? And listen, does it happen straight away all at once? No, it doesn't. Don't forget to like this, guys. Give it a subscribe. Once you start to, notice about these things and realise that, we have a choice how we want to be. Do you want to be the best, greatest version of yourself? Or do you want just to be mediocre? That is a choice. Is that going to come with trials, tribulations? Is that going to come with pain? Is that going to come with meeting roadblocks where you feel as though you can't go on any longer? Yeah. But does that mean to say that you cannot do it? No, it does not. Because some of the best lessons I've ever had in my life have come from heartache. They've come from denial. They've come from refusal. They've come from people telling me I cannot do this. They've come from backstabbing, toxicity, negative friends. Some of the best lessons, and I'm grateful for everything that's happened into my life. I'm grateful for being addicted to gambling. I'm grateful for being addicted to alcohol and cocaine. Because if I never went to these deepest and darkmost places, I would never have been able to learn my lessons and come out and tell my story and be the best version of myself. Because it's all about ascension, guys. I even look at Jesus, yeah. He fasted, he did a water fast for 40 days. 40 days, and I know a lad who's actually done this. And people say this is not possible. It is possible. Anything's possible once you decide that it is. Because you are the orchestrator of your reality. But anyway, we're going to leave it at that, guys. Thank you to everyone who has joined the live, liked, commented, and subscribed. This will be going up on my channel. So if you missed it, don't worry. Because you will be able to rewatch it. But from me, Paddy and Willow, everyone have a fantastic day. Love you loads. Peace.